this little practice is all about building compassion. We move through all the different areas, ourselves, loved ones, those we don't know, those that have tested us, and ultimately all beings. Enjoy. All you're doing is just beginning to notice the sense of weight, the physical pressure points. If you're sitting on a cushion or sitting on the couch, you're just feeling sort of the support, the legs underneath you, the cushion, maybe the back against the back of the chair if that's what you are. If you're lying down, again, feeling those head on the pillow, heels against the floor, whatever it is. And just dragging that attention into just the sensation. That's all we're doing. Feeling what is here with us right now. And then we're going to take 3 deep breaths. Again, just letting the first breath be normal, but as you're breathing out, really extending the out breath, and then all of a sudden the next breath has to be deeper. And just doing 3 of those. Remember, long and slow on the way out. And if you can, holding some attention to the sensations as well. And once you've done those 3 deep breaths, just letting the breath go back to its normal rhythm, but yet still holding some of that focus, holding some of that attention onto the movement of our breath. Now, a good place to hold that focus is just at the nose. You're very welcome to feel any part of the breath. I'm just going to go a little bit quiet just to let that movement come and go, allowing us just to hold some of that attention onto the movement. Maybe this is your first time today where you've held some attention on the breath. So bringing no judgment, no criticism. Maybe it's been a busy day, maybe it hasn't. And just letting your mind be as it is right now and using the breath just to begin to soften it. And the breath is really just this tool that just helps us to bring us a little closer in, where we're just being with whatever is happening. And the breath just helps us just to hold some attention rather than relying on distraction. Just feel into what is happening within us, more than likely due to what is happening around us. Now, just practicing compassion, we're going to go through people we love, people we don't know, people that have tested us, and then to all beings. And as we bring some attention to the people in our lives, some people have really gone out of their way to help us. Some of us have done it unintentionally. Often, sometimes, people have gone out of their way to harm us. But whether we realise it now or not, somehow our life has benefited. It's important that we bring compassion and ultimately the perfume of gratitude. This practice just helps us to strengthen our heart towards all beings without that overbearing feeling of they did this, they did that. No measurement tool, no need to feel lack in any way because maybe you didn't do it as well as you'd hoped. Maybe you haven't been as helpful in return as you've hoped. The practices in compassion come obligation free. And all we're doing is just recognising people in our lives that have played a role and extending and recognising some of that warmth. But it's nice just to start with ourselves. And all I want you to do, I just want you to start just imagining or just holding some of that attention to our breath and imagining that every breath that we can breathe in is filled with metta, filled with loving kindness. Now you can visualise a colour if you'd like that. It's no requirement, but every time we breathe in, just imagining breathing this warmth into our heart. And remember, just doing your best. You're just imagining every breath in as a breath of kindness, a breath of compassion. As you're breathing in this way, I want you to lace that breath with what you need right now. Maybe it's strength, forgiveness, kindness, patience. But as you breathe in, you're just going to say in your thoughts what you need and lacing that breath with that loving kindness for ourselves. Now the word can change with every breath. It doesn't need to be perfect. But just filling up on what we need right now, which will ultimately give us the capacity to then share that warmth with others. And if you ever find yourself distracted throughout the practice, you just gently come back to the breath and hold your attention on your breath just for a couple. And then come back to the guidance. And remember, this is just practice. You're just doing your best. It doesn't matter how good or bad. There's no expectations. Just breathing in what we need. You're doing amazing. And now let's turn some of that warmth towards all beings. But first let's just take a pause, just to breathe, hold that attention for ourselves. It doesn't matter if your mind wandered throughout that. Just relaxing, breathing, and noticing that movement just for the next few moments. Now as you're keeping to hold some attention on that breath, in your thoughts I want you to bring to mind the people that have been in your life that have made you feel like you've been truly loved and cared for. It doesn't matter how many people, the science says just one strong relationship in your life will add years. I just want you to bring to mind people you know, family, friends, loved ones. Now if you haven't had any and you've only got a pet, you're very welcome to bring them to mind as well. And as you're thinking about these people, just remembering why they're so wonderful. Why did you think about them? Why have they sprung to mind? And feel their warmth from your heart. Maybe they encouraged you when you were feeling down or worried. Maybe they helped to inspire you. Or made you aware of areas of you that helps you to grow stronger. Maybe it's just the little things that they do. These people, they have, or still do, bring warmth, joy into our life. And just let your heart hold some of that kindness. And let some of that warmth radiate within you. Maybe you want to pass on a message in your thoughts to them. And maybe as you're imagining them, you're just feeling their warmth and saying thank you. Or even passing on simple metta phrases like, may you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be free from suffering. And then again, let's just take a pause to breathe. Let go of the images of them. And just watch our breath. And let's see if we can hold some of that warmth for now for the other people that have made a difference in our lives, starting with those that we don't know. I just want you to bring to mind one or two people. Maybe they work in a supermarket, maybe they're transporting your food, maybe they're police officers, ambulance drivers. They work in petrol station, maybe they're teachers, doctors. Just trying to bring a couple people to mind that you don't really know in any way. Don't know them by name. Knowing that all these people, they seek happiness and contentment just like you. Our lives are so interdependent that without their warmth, their kindness, we wouldn't survive. Just holding some attention on a couple of people, just trying to remember them in some way. Maybe you can remember part of their faces, or seeing them doing an activity recently. But whether we realise it or not, we benefited from their lives, their effort, their time. And it doesn't matter whether they had us in mind. The key point is that all their hard work has helped us to thrive. And can we hold some of that same warmth for them? Guilt-free, of course. Can we feel their kindness? And just in the same way you offered that warmth back to your loved ones. Maybe again it's just a gesture of thank you, or a wish for them to be happy and healthy too. That we can feel their warmth, the time and effort, and return it with thanks. And then in the same way, just letting go of any images and just holding some attention on our breath again. Again, just pausing, breathing, and watching that movement. And now we turn some focus on people that maybe we know went out of their way not to help us. Now you don't need to visualize these people if you don't want to, and maybe this part is a bit too raw or too sore. So just working with people that maybe have frustrated you, colleagues, friends. You don't need to dive into the person that's hurt us the most until we're ready. Maybe these people have made us feel insecure or jealous. And often sometimes we can question why we would even want to bring some kindness. But when we look a little closer at ourselves, these people have often made us stronger. They've pushed us to change our beliefs, pushed us outside of our comfort zone, and even though the whole process may not have been in a positive way, we've learnt or recognised as resources that we've had, and Maybe it's helped us to reach out to our community and explore new practices, new things, new techniques. Better understand ourselves to help us overcome people like that in the future. Now, there's no requirement for forgiveness. There's not even a requirement right now for thanks. But maybe we could recognize that these people weren't born to hurt. That maybe through the suffering they've gone through in their own lives, poor role models, bad decisions, and they're never given tools to manage their own suffering. And these people have helped us to be patient, to be kind, to be compassionate, empathetic and strong. They've helped us to show how not to treat people. But some of our strengths have come at their expense. And if we feel up to it, can we turn some of that warmth towards them? Maybe it's just in a hope that they don't go around hurting others. And then again, just letting go of these person or people and holding some attention back to our breath again, just noticing the movement, the flow, the change. Maybe it's right at the nostrils or in the stomach, around the heart. Maybe we can feel like we could breathe directly into our heart. And again, it doesn't matter how well you're doing amazing. Just practicing in this way is a gift. And finally, I just want you to imagine yourself being this light. Imagine yourself being this warmth of compassion, this light radiating kindness, empathy, understanding, acceptance. I want you to imagine this light filling your whole room. Now, as we bring a focus of compassion on ourselves, we actually change the energy that's around us. And I just want you to imagine, maybe it's coming from the heart, maybe your whole body is dissolved and you're just this light of compassion, but this light is just filling your room. Next, just imagining there are all these other dots practicing with you right now, practicing compassion throughout the world. You're just imagining looking down on a globe and seeing yourself illuminating. And all these other dots. These lights of compassion. And just watching as all of a sudden all these dots begin to connect. This warmth starts radiating out from your room and everyone else's room, connecting, flooding this compassion into everywhere, into everyone, into homes and hospitals and care facilities, families, those on the street, in refuges. This warmth moving through and around the whole globe, connecting everyone together like this ocean of compassion from which we're all a part of. Just watching as this flood of kindness and compassion just connects the whole globe like it's radiating as one ocean of kindness. And all of that starts with the effort of one person at a time, working on themselves, showing all others how compassion is truly the antidote. And you're just imagining this warmth wrapping around all those that need it the most. Family members, friends, people in hospitals, care homes. Just imagining this warmth like a warm blanket just wrapping around them, this sense of connection, togetherness, hope, understanding. Just finishing with some simple phrases like, may all beings be happy and healthy and free from suffering, or whatever you'd like to just send out into the world. Maybe there's a particular message of strength or patience. Whatever you'd like, just imagining sending this out from the heart into this ocean of compassion. And then just letting go of the image and just returning gently to our breath again. And just watching the movement of our breath. And I'm just going to finish with one of my personal favourite quotes. I'm sure you've probably heard this. But the most beautiful people we've known are those that have known defeat, have known suffering, known struggle, known loss, and have found their way out of the depths. These persons have an appreciation, a sensitivity and understanding of life that fills them with compassion, gentleness, and deep loving concern. That beautiful people do not just happen. Now all I'd invite you to do in your own time is just allowing your eyes to open, and as you're beginning to open your eyes again, just resting some attention into the heart, maybe still feeling some of that warmth, that connection. And then compassion, recognizing that compassion starts one person at a time. Doesn't matter how much effort others are putting in. That actually just by the work we do on ourselves, it can affect hundreds of people every day.